Hi, my name's Matt Tilley, and believe it or not, I'm actually a former police officer. Back in 2013, I got hurt in the line of duty, but late last year, I was forced to initiate an investigation of my own workers' compensation case. So far, I've identified no less than 5 people who've committed fraud in connection with my claim. That's not a coincidence, that's a business model. So now I'm on a mission to make sure it stops. Unfortunately, though, it's looking like I'm going to need some industrial-grade legal help to make that happen. But I've also kind of been through the mill with attorneys lately, too. You see, the first law firm I hired subjected me to a bait-and-switch scheme. When I arrived for my initial meeting with the attorney, she was unavailable for some reason, so I ended up dealing with her adult son instead, who, as it turns out, had only been a lawyer for 1 year at that point. Now, long story, but over the next several weeks, I realized he was trying to rip me off, so obviously I fired their firm. But shortly thereafter, guess what I find out about his mother? Her law practice is located in the city of Creve Coeur, Missouri. That's a suburb of St. Louis, but she lives in the state of Colorado, and as it turns out, rarely comes to St. Louis for any reason. Well, thankfully, my next attorney said he would address what they had done to me. But strangely enough, the only thing he ever did is try handing me a $1,500 invoice from the first law firm. He also failed to act after I caught the insurance company and one of their doctors committing, wait for it, insurance fraud. Turns out, his goal the entire time involved steering me into a kickback scheme operated by a local chiropractor. After realizing I was onto him, he withdrew from my case and left me without representation. Thankfully, the administrative law judge allowed me an opportunity to hire other counsel. Well, nobody wanted to touch my case with a 10-foot pole, but one of them did try pumping me for information about who was involved in the scam. Oh, I didn't tell him anything, and I also casually mentioned having, filed a report with the FBI about this stuff, so that way, if they had any notion of doing something silly, perhaps it might make them think twice. Well, 13 days after our last communication, this happened. It belongs to the primary suspect in that kickback scheme. Total coincidence, I'm sure. Evidently, my attorney wasn't the only participant in that scam. And while other lawyers may not have directly engaged in any sort of misconduct, some of them likely knew their colleagues were ripping off clients and did nothing to stop it. So it probably goes without saying, but there's not a single St. Louis area law firm or attorney that I would trust at this point. That said, I still have a work comp claim to resolve, and now it looks like there's also a few other things that need to be addressed as well. The bottom line is, I'm going to need a really good attorney to straighten out this mess. So if you know somebody who can help, I would really appreciate you sending them my video. Though there is something they need to know beforehand. This is no longer about me or my individual case, nor is it just a money thing either. Quite frankly, I'm looking to challenge Missouri law and shake up the entire corrupt system. Because above all else, my primary goal is ensuring nobody has to go through this kind of nonsense ever again. Hey, I really appreciate you taking time to watch my video, but now, please share it with other people as well, because it's time to get the word out about what's really going on within our Missouri Division of Workers' Compensation.